You're welcome to the late night show with your host, Andrew Kibe.
Yeah, Andrew Kibe.
One thing that really shocks me is I've never had a man, even the men who come here and stand strong with their own decisions. I want a wife, I want to marry. It's never them. And you gave a certain story, which was a joke, but there's so much reality in it. And that this was about your own life. You said that you got into church, and then this lady kind of prepared a certain lifestyle. She gave you a taste of something that you felt like you didn't have. You'd open your fridge and you'd find fruits, things that never existed in your life. You'd come home, she'd make you a nice warm porridge, nice chapatis and all that. And you look back and you're like, shit, I was struggling as a bachelor. And now I want to take all this thing away. So in your own head, you never made the decision to marry. You were actually programmed into that. And that's why men would come here and say, I feel like I want to settle down. And the first thing as Kibe you'd ask is your woman there? Do you live with this woman? Most of them will tell you, she takes care of me, she cooks for me, she does this for me. No man has ever woken up and said, I want to marry. It's always the woman who programs them into marriage.
The whole idea, if you look at life, is like the man has been... So the game has continued. This game of priming the man. And what you said about the woman doing these things for you in the house, this does not happen with one woman. I want you to know that. It's not one woman who decides that she wants to do this. It's when you...
it's your mother.
No, when you are ready to get married, to get settled down. Now you start giving out settling down vibes. So the world...
As a man?
Yes, you do. Women can smell your settling down vibes. And once you have those settling down vibes, then they start acting different. They change the vibe to, you want to settle down. Now they change the whole vibe to settling down. And now they don't want to go out much. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to show you their nasty, evil side. They want to do things for you in the house. So it's like they're all auditioning. So if you invite a woman over, she's going to come and pretend that she wakes up very early to make you breakfast. Or she's going to go into your fridge and say, oh my God, this fridge has nothing. Let me just rush to the supermarket, I'm coming. And she goes to the supermarket.
Market.
Bro, she will wake up in the morning to go to the Marikiti to buy shit for you just to show you how this life can be better with her. Oh, look at these clothes. This house girl who's cleaning these days your clothes. Imagine she did not fold them properly and she removes all the clothes and she's angry at the house girl. And she folds the clothes again and then she puts the newspaper at the bottom just so that, the mold does not... Every time I mention this, it takes me back to that time.
PTSD.
Bro, there's a woman who cleaned behind my fridge, bro. I have never seen anybody clean behind a fridge. I was like, why? It's not necessary. My house was smelling of jik and harpic and everything else. I've never seen a house so clean. Like, this is this is now too much. Now you're just doing too much. Now you're not being serious, lady. What is this now? Now you're going to spoil the whole game.
You fell for it.
But how? That one was a psycho, bro. How are you going to clean behind my fridge? That's psycho business. I don't need.
No. But there's this part where you said, you like your porridge. You've talked about it. You like your porridge more than your liquor.
Oh yes. Porridge is life. Porridge is life. And anybody who is going to be in my life, they have to know that they have to make me porridge. It's a have to. It's one of my, either you're in it or you're out. Simple as that. Is there porridge in the mix?
That's the cut mark.
Is there porridge in the mix? Because that's my moment. If you cannot make for me porridge, what good are you to me?
So your ex-wife would make you these things and you're like, this is it.
Yes, and you see even the first days when she's still trying to impress you, she's going to continue to make for you this porridge. But now when things get when things change, because things are going to change inevitably. Remember,
What actually changes
it's a relationship that should not exist. I want you to know that. When a man and a woman come together, that's a relationship that should not exist. Because it's a fake relationship. At some point, the fakeness dries up. You cannot sustain it for long without fakeness. Because she cannot keep operating the way she's operating, cleaning and doing all these things, trying to impress you. That dies very fast. The sex also dies because now it's available. It's too available. True. Yes, now I don't need this sex anymore. And then now you start noticing everything else about her that is wrong, and she does the same. So you start noticing some stupid shit around, and you're like, what is this? But because you're married, now you can't just go back and take it, and you can't also, you don't want to accept that you made a mistake. Like now, even right now, if I start telling you gifts that you're wrong on this thing, your whole system is going to refuse. You're going to try and, like you've seen even on this space, you're going to try and defend yourself.
I'm Kuru.
Yes, everybody wants to defend themselves. So you don't want to look like a loser in your own eyes. So you can stay in a relationship that is dead, it's not working for years, just proving a point to your own puny self. Because you are fed porridge maybe the first 2 months, and you've never eaten porridge again. And if indeed she makes you that porridge, you have probably won the lottery that day. Oh, my husband, you have come back home. Maybe you've come with a new car. She knows this guy has some small shigidi in the pocket. She's like, can I make you porridge? Like, you fucking bitch. You didn't make yesterday. Today is when you want to make. So that's the life of a married man. That's the life of a married man. An unholy relationship.
And the funny thing, this is the funniest shit that I've ever encountered. And you talk about it, and it's really so funny. You and your buddies, all your buddies that got married at the same period you did. None of you are in the marriage.
Oh, bro.
None of you. So it's so funny because the way you put it, it's like it all happened in chronological order. It started with so and so, and you're the only person who ended up holding on to it, thinking it's going to work. And now it's given you this perspective of how marriage is, and you see through the entire bullshit because you saw it in your own life, and then you saw it in your friend's life, whom you got married together, the same period. And it's all gone. And the worst part of it is you talk to George tells you his story. You come to spaces, you Q&A on Fridays, people tell you their story. They're like, yo, I was married. JM would come here. He's not even sure the kids he has are his. And every single, it's like a sign. Everyone is being told, yo, this thing is fucked up.
Yeah.
But people are still going into it.
That's how much, I want you to know, that's how strong that social engineering is. That's how powerful it can be. If you social engineer people to do something, they could, it's like a train. It takes a lot to get this train moving. But once the train starts moving, it will take a lot more to get it to stop. So you have to plan the stop just as much as you plan the start. And now imagine you jumping off a train.
I'm dead.
I mean, it depends on how fast the train is going. In Africa, we have trains that go at 40 kilometers an hour. But imagine that. Imagine some people don't survive. Some people don't survive. You jumped off a train and it just, some trains are now imagine the relationship is a train.
At top speed.
Some trains derail and they destroy both parties. And that's the thing. And you still can't, in your mind, you've been programmed so well to think that everybody else is failing but me. People out there are losers. I am not. This can never happen to me. Everybody, I don't think these people don't have the information. We laugh at Mike Tyson and Bill Gates and everybody else. We laugh because they are out there. Those are not us. Us here, we are good and we shall have the proper relationships. Them out there. But now, the thing about something like social media, the beauty about it is now men are seeing the folly, the stupidity of having followed this route. And now men can talk about it. And men can talk about it. You see, as long as men can talk about it, then at some point people are going to be like, hey, because men were never talking. Men were dying in their dead relationships. Men were being abused by these women. Men have gone through so much. Men lose all their property because of having an unholy union with women. Men lose their focus. They lose their, their businesses, their jobs, their lives. So men have been getting the raw end of the deal, the short end of the stick. And now when men start talking, they're like, hey, you mean I can stay without this thing? Because the society has been telling you, you stay without it, you're going to be lonely, you're going to end up lonely, you will die alone, you will not have grandkids to come and play with you. Fuck the kids, bro. Fuck them kids.
You can't say that with divorce rates at almost 60% worldwide. There are men who are actually planning their weddings for this Saturday. Others just are probably at their honeymoon right now, and it's a business. There are weddings like spots that are booked back to back until December. Venues taken. Don't these men know what is happening at 60% divorce rate? It's like you're playing Russian roulette and you're told there are 10 bullets here, but 6 of them will go off. Would you still want to play Russian roulette with that?
Bro, there's nothing. Once you smell the punani like this, once you smell that pudesh, bro, that's it. There's nobody who can get you out of it. Even Jesus himself can come back on a chariot of fire, whipping those horses and, looking as majestic as possible in that white robe and long flowing hair.
And you'd still not believe it.
You tell him, Jesus, get the fuck out of my way. I have to marry this woman. This marriage is for Saturday. What are you doing here, Jesus? Don't you have other people to feed in Africa? Jesus, you're wasting your time. Come and talk to me about my relationship and the way I love this woman. Haven't you seen us together? So the idea was a very nice idea. The idea of marriage was a good idea. Yes? But it should have remained as just an idea, as a fantasy. Because it's not real. The people who knew it was not real are the ones who had a better life. Like the Indians. The Indians knew this thing is transactional. So they knew very well that people don't have to know each other. You don't even have to know her second name. You don't have to know each other. You guys get them when they are, like now a man would be what? 21, 22. A girl would be 17. Done diesel. And the girl has to
40 years later, they're grown old men and living life like nothing happened.
And then you know what? The beauty about it is there are no surprises. There are no surprises because this person is going to come in clean slate. She has not lied to you that this is how she is. She's coming in knowing that I'm supposed to be a wife, and you're going in knowing that I'm supposed to be a husband. And these are the laid out rules for being husband and wife. Number one is get as many children as possible if you're a woman.
And the man provides.
Stay home. Make sure the kid. Yes, and the man provides. Stay home, run the house, make sure. So what happens, like in India, some places you find around 4 o'clock. Around 4, yeah. Doesn't matter how hot the place is. Around 4 o'clock, the streets are flooded by women. Women go out into the streets and do the shopping for the evening. They buy all these things that they want to buy from the street vendors and vegetables and whatever, and then disappear into the homes. So around 6, 7 there, you find men are there, sitting on the street corners, laughing, enjoying their smokes and whatever, knowing very well at 7 everybody has to duck inside, go eat.
Because the women already set the table.
Why aren't you eating at 7? What could possibly be the reason why you're not eating at 7? It means there's somebody in the household who's not playing their part. It's transactional. Why aren't you playing your part? I have played my part. I made sure you had the money to go buy this shit. Why haven't you played your part? Now we come into our own bullshit here, and you see because we have love. Now we've told men and women that you can love one another. So you create this monster that does not exist. And now people are using love to sustain the marriage, which is bullshit because it does not exist. So you can hold on for as long as you want. The day the woman wakes up, she's like, I'm out of here.
She's gone.
Gone.
Can't do anything.
Yes. So the man is left a shell. Again, it's unfortunate, but that's exactly what's happening. It's a very one-sided affair because the man is going with all good intentions and he holds on to the relationship. He doesn't leave. The woman, one day when she decides she's done, she leaves. When she finds a better person, she leaves. Nowadays, they're being given any reason to leave. Now in America, there's even no fault divorce. She can just wake up one day and say, I don't want this anymore. And she leaves. And she's going to leave you a shell. There's no consequence to her leaving apart from destroying you.
Is that usually the agenda? To destroy the man?
The agenda is, as long as you get in there, you're vulnerable.
The man?
Yes. The man is very vulnerable in marriage. And he's, as long as he gets into marriage, he's very vulnerable. Now he has something to lose. And when you have something to lose, then we can manipulate you. And you hear men saying, oh, but I love my child or I love my kids. And those kids are going to be used to manipulate him for the rest of his days.
Yeah, JM was here and was asked, you left the house that you built to live in a one bedroom. He was like, yeah, I'll do that for my kids.
Yes, all the time. All the men, you should see some sacrifices men have made for their kids. And the woman knows that you love these kids, so she's going to use these kids to manipulate you. And the system knows that as long as you love the kids, you'll keep the woman happy. But you see a man saying, fuck the kids. Oh man, that's a situation nobody wants to get into.
Yeah, you had that session one time where you asked the men to state how much money they pay for child support and all that.
What?
People are paying up to 200 G's per month.
Where is Jackson?
And
Jackson Mushiri.
Yes, Jackson was chucking out 200 G's every month. Another one was saying that the woman, she sends the woman 75,000 every week for food. What the fuck? Are you feeding elephants?
Bro. And then you know that list is normally they break it down in weeks. So they don't want to shock you with this list. So you find that
you don't see the total sum.
Yes. So you're funding a lifestyle that you yourself are not living. You're funding a lifestyle that you yourself are not living at all. So it's the biggest transfer of wealth since the beginning of time. And then it's a puny transfer of wealth. Because now you're not building anything, you're destroying each other. So the black man and the black woman are destroying each other right now. Because the black man is coming in with a good intention, the black woman is going in with a pre-programmed mind that ends up in destruction. So the black woman is destroying the black man so he cannot grow, he cannot build an empire, he cannot fix his communities because the family is supposed to fix community. But now as long as there is no family, there is no discipline, there is nothing, there is no growth, there is no empire, everybody is going their own way. People cannot live like that. Now the black person has become a slave again to this stupid system. Instead of creating his own system, we've become a slave to this stupid system. Now you look at all of Africa, we are struggling. We have to go begging the white man for funds and ideas and resources and buying all their shit because we cannot produce anything because we're not giving each other a chance to grow. There is no plan anywhere. Even your president has no plan.